Friends, we have gathered here today on day 11 to bring balance to the force. And by balance to the force, I mean bring balance poses to our flows. I mentioned before that it is in balance poses that people could get pretty frustrated pretty easily. And I thought to myself, we should slow things down, maybe get off of our legs since we've been doing a lot of standing stuff the first 10 days, and kind of gather a new mentality for this balance section. And so I want us to focus on just staying playful and being confident in this balance section of our 30-day yoga challenge. So we're going to stay on the floor for this one. Let's go ahead and get started on our backs in a Savasana. As we lay on our backs and extend the legs, bring our arms by our sides, let's go ahead and have the palms face down. This kind of signifies a more personal practice. Okay. Call forth your intentional exhale through the mouth so we could begin practice. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more, and with each exhale, sink deeper into your mat. Go ahead and seal the lips. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Keep this intentional breathing in and out through the nose as I talk to you for a little bit. Close the eyes if you haven't already done so. So, in working up confidence in this class towards our balance poses, I wanted to incorporate a little bit of a core workout. So this will be something new that we add to these flows in the 30-day yoga challenge. And again, I want this class to contribute to a confidence in this balance section of the yoga challenge. Give me a couple more rounds of breath. Your next inhale, bring right knee into chest. And bring both hands around that knee to pull that leg in. On your inhale, kind of release that. And then on your exhale, again, pull that knee close to your chest. 3 more times. On this exhale, as you pull the knee in, keep pulling it in. Kind of let the knee go right and left here between the center of your chest and that right armpit space. From here, bring stillness and your right knee close to the chest as best you can. Go ahead and point the right toes, or that right foot, and then inhale, flex the foot, bring the toes towards the shin. Exhale, point. inhale, flex. One more. Flex the foot. And then circle the ankle. Try to hit those points of pointing the toes and flexing the foot. Whichever way you went, reverse it. On your next exhale, bring that right leg down where we started. And then inhale, left knee into chest. On the exhale, pull that left knee in. The inhale, kind of let that go. Exhale again, pull that knee in. Inhale, let it go. And we have 3 more. Can't believe we're at day 11 already. Let's go ahead and get 1 more in. Hope you've had fun with me along the way. This balance section is going to be pretty fun to play with as well. Now, as you hold the left knee into the chest, go ahead and let that knee kind of go left and right between the chest and that left armpit space. On this next round of breath, find stillness with the left knee closer to the chest space. And now circle the ankle. Oh, actually, we'll flex the foot. We'll point the toes. We'll do that 2 more times. And now, circle the ankle, whatever direction. Again, try to hit those points in which you flex the foot and point the toes. Go ahead and reverse your circle. On your next exhale, both knees into chest. On your next exhale, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, or wherever you are. Flex the feet. Find a stretch along the whole backside of your legs. Bend the knees on the inhale. On the exhale, extend the legs. This time, point the toes. 2 more of each, where your inhales bend the knees, and your exhale extends the legs. Switching between flexed feet and pointed toes. One more of each. Inhale, bend the knees, and find a slight rocking left and right on your mat. From here, find stillness on the inhale. On the exhale, plant the feet. We're prepping for bridge pose. Let your feet be hip distance apart. Arms by your sides. Engage your core. Press the low back against your mat. Okay. From here, on the inhale, give me about 60% of your effort as you begin to lift the hips up towards bridge pose. On the exhale, bring the hips down. We're going to add a little bit more with each. On the inhale, recognize the energy you're putting into the feet to lift the hips. On the exhale, come back down. We have 2 more, maybe 80% of your effort now. As you lift the hips up, And you press through the feet. Feel the quads engage as you get higher. Exhale brings you down all the way to your low back, being flat on the mat. Inhale, come up 90% of your effort. Squeeze the glutes when you get to the top. Exhale brings you down. Now 100% effort. Lift up, bridge pose. Give me 3 rounds of breath at the top of this bridge. Let that exhale bring the hips down. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. Maybe it starts off on top of the knee, but what I want is that left ankle to kind of hang off of the leg to the left side. Okay. Bring left knee into chest. Bring your right arm in between both legs to reach for this left leg, either the thigh or the shin, and then bring your left hand to meet your right hand. Pull both legs in. And go ahead and give yourself several rounds of breath here as you breathe into the outside right hip. Eye of the needle pose. As here in more static poses, then we could very easily let go of our intentional breathing. Make it a point not to do so. As you pull both legs in, we have 2 more rounds of breath. Really think about stamping your tailbone down as you pull the legs closer to you. On your exhale, bring the left foot down, and we'll go ahead and switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee, let it hang off the right side of that leg. Then right knee into chest. Now left arm in between the legs as you pull the legs in. I'm always a bit tighter in my left hip. Always take note of what side is tighter than the other. And maybe think to yourself why that is. We have a couple more rounds of breath. Again, as you pull the legs in, you're stamping the tailbone down. And something that I really like to think about is kind of hugging that left hip into my body, into the torso. Trying to square the hips that way. On your next exhale, release the legs, bring the right foot down. Left foot meets right foot. Okay. Now, try to keep your knees in space. Lift the feet. Hands clasped behind the head. And lift your chest off of the mat. Okay. From here, the shoulders do not come down onto the mat until we are done. On the exhale, let your elbows travel and try to keep your legs in space as we do a regular sit-up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, come back. Exhale, crunch. Try to stay there for a split second, and then inhale, come back. Keep it going. Goal is to get to 10. If you want to do a couple extra, you can. Again, let the elbows do a majority of the traveling. Don't let your shoulder blades or shoulders come back down onto the mat. Let me just 2 or 3 more. After this next one, or whenever you're done, we meet at a reclined butterfly. Let the feet come together, let the knees open wide. A few rounds of breath here. Big round of breath. Bring feet onto the mat. Keep your knees in space as best you can. Lift the feet. Hands clasped behind the head. Bring your shoulders off the mat so you're already slightly crunching. Okay. From here, we're going to have an exhale that crunches. Elbows travel. Inhale brings you back. This time, extend the legs also when you inhale. And reach for the toes. Inhale, bends knees and brings hands behind the head. Exhale, let the elbows travel, crunch. Inhale, extends legs and arms. Exhale, reach for the toes. We're going really slow, and we're going to only do 5. So bend the knees, hands behind the head, elbows travel, crunch. Extend legs, extend arms. Exhale, reach for the toes. Bend knees, hands behind the head. We only got 2 more, crunch. Extend legs and arms. Exhale, reach. Knees bend, hands behind head. Final crunch. Extend legs and arms. Final reach. Reclined butterfly. Big round of breath. Let the belly expand. Exhale, release. 2 more just like that. One more set of 5. Feet onto the mat. Lift the feet. Hands clasped behind the head. Bring your shoulders off of the mat. Regular crunch on the exhale. Inhale brings you back. Extend legs, reach. Keep it going, your pace. Goal is to get to 5 each. If you want to add a little bit more, you can. Maybe I'll go to 8. But I'm already feeling this. I believe this is on my 5th round. Maybe we could bring out 3 more together. Keep it going. Last one, and we'll meet in reclined butterfly whenever you're done. Oh man, big round of breath. Two more just like that. From here, a supine twist. Bring your feet onto the mat. Wrap your right leg over your left. Now, press into your left foot to lift the hips, and then bring your hips to the right side of your mat. Big exhale lets the knees fall heavy down into the left. Make sure to try to keep both shoulder blades on the mat as you bring in this twist. Now, even while twisting, can you find a path to take a big inhale and fill the belly? Two more rounds of breath. Maybe you bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and pull the legs closer to the floor. One more round of breath. Legs through center. Unravel. Other side. This time when you wrap the left leg over the right, lift the hips, pressing into the right foot. Bring them to the left side of your mat. Big exhale lets the knees fall heavy down to the right. 5 rounds of breath, make them deep. Maybe you bring right hand to the outside of the left knee as you pull the legs closer to the floor. Let this inhale bring legs through center. And now as you unravel, extend the legs. We meet back in Savasana. Go ahead and bring the palms face up now as we take these last 3 rounds of breath and bring the class to a close. Big exhale through the mouth. Through the nose. Through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Go ahead and meet me at seated. Okay. A little bit longer than we're used to, coming off of that 30-minute class, but I thought it would be a nice, slow flow for us. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. We're 11 days through. Let's keep bringing that balance to the force. As always, have a beautiful life, my friends, and like, comment, and share if you're digging this. It always helps. Namaste. Until the next time, peace, my friend.